watching CBS 8 Mornings at 6.
I got to see some new faces in brown and gold. Same faces here every morning. Yes. Thanks for joining us, 6 a.m. I'm Eric Connert.
And I'm Netta Iranpour. We do go on occasional vacations, breaks here and there. Let's check in with meteorologist Evan Narani. This summer, though, staying in San Diego has been nice.
Yeah, I mean, I think we kind of skipped over the heat, the high heat, and July was really mild.
Yeah, comfortable.
Now,
I see new month and changes.
Exactly. August 1st, here we are, and we're watching for a pretty dramatic temperature warm-up. Not necessarily today or even really through the weekend, but in particular next week. Next week is where we really, through the work week, start to see those temperatures climb. Today, 73 out by the water, 86 across our inland valley. Still looking warm as you get closer to the mountains at 90 and 109 out across the deserts. I'll send things over to Vanessa with a check of what things are looking like on our roads this Friday morning.
Good morning. All right, things are shaping up fairly nice depending on where you're coming out of. For example, this is the 8 west in both directions right at College. We're so far so good in that direction. Bottom of your screen, or middle, I should say, on the right side where you're seeing that brake tapping is all of that, all of those cars headed towards a 15 connector. Switching gears, this is a 5 in both directions, looking fairly light, Friday light at last check. I was able to pull up the speeds heading towards the San Diego International Airport. And guess what? We're down to anywhere between 5 to 10 miles per hour. It's very congested there. Again, a new roadway opens up. Regina will give us the latest on that. But today is not the time to leave last minute. I'm one of those people who like to leave, hate to admit, leave last minute, about an hour before my flight to the airport. Not the time to do that. I know, it drives my husband crazy. In from Oceanside and Escondido, you're at full freeway speeds this morning. In fact, we're averaging anywhere between 70 and 75 miles per hour. Throughout the morning, we'll continue to keep you updated with those drives and those speeds through towards the airports. Netta and Eric, back to you.
Get there early, have, you know, a latte and some snacks maybe.
Sure.
Enjoy the morning. Take your time getting there. Because if you are headed to the airport, as Vanessa showed you, it's busy. A brand new signal-free entrance roadway is now open.
Now, it's designed to offer quicker access to Terminals 1 and 2. CBS 8 Regina Yarita live near the airport entrance with details on how this is expected to ease congestion. And there's like a little learning curve here. Not a curve in the road, but, you know, people are still figuring it out.
Yeah, that's right. Good morning, guys. It's still going to be a little bit confusing for people who want to try it out. This new road is supposed to ease congestion. And I want to show you just some of the congestion that we're seeing at this time. I mean, this is the early morning commute, also combined with people who are heading to the airport. This is a time where many travelers head to the airport. So of course you're seeing so many vehicles. And so this is what this new road is all about, right? We're trying to ease that congestion that you see normally on Harbor Drive. And plus we are noticing the construction that continues to happen that has also caused congestion and traffic throughout the past couple of months. But I want to show you a map to kind of walk you through what this new road is all about. So with no traffic lights or intersections, it is designed to allow people to get to the airport more easily. It's only for people coming to the airport from the downtown area, so not the Point Loma area. It runs 1 mile and starts on North Harbor Drive, just west of Laurel Street. So if you're turning onto North Harbor Drive from West Laurel Street, you'll immediately be taken onto the new road. And if you're driving west on North Harbor Drive, you want to make sure to merge to the right. It's estimated the new road will take 45,000 cars off North Harbor Drive daily, eliminating traffic not just for travelers, but also for commuters as well. Now, once you're on it, you can't get off. If you do miss it, there is, of course, the alternative routes, but it might take you longer. This is why that new road has been opened or will be open for the public so they can go ahead and take this route. But here's what the airport spokesperson had to tell us.
Understand this is a change, and sometimes people miss signs, and if you happen to miss the entrance to the new on-airport roadway, we have entrances to both Terminal 1 and Terminal 2, which are the entrances that you would take if you're heading from the west. We don't want people to feel like they have to drive all the way down and then make a U-turn and come back.
All right, guys, we're giving you a live image of the opening towards that new road. Again, it might be a little confusing. Some people still not taking this route. They are taking the original route, which could be longer and obviously might take longer at this point. So this is why you might want to suggest taking that new route, or of course take the Point Loma, which is less congestion at this time. But we're going to keep monitoring here. It seems like they sort of just opened it this morning. They were still, we still noticed traffic cones earlier today, and that was also causing some traffic here. But of course, we'll keep you guys updated with more. For now, I'll send it back to you.
All right, thanks for that, Regina. And this just in, U.S. employers added just 73,000 jobs in July. This is according to new data from the Labor Department just coming in here, which also revised the numbers from May and June. Officials say the revisions cut 258,000 jobs off those months' payrolls. The unemployment rate ticked up to 4.2%.
This morning, higher tariffs on dozens of U.S. trading partners are now delayed to next week. However, others just took effect. A 35% tariff began just a few hours ago. This for Canadian imports not covered under the existing U.S., Mexico, and Canada trade deal. Mexico was facing a 30% tariff, but the president gave that nation another 90 days to reach a deal. A 50% tariff on certain copper products also began overnight. New tariff rates for imports from dozens of countries will take effect next Thursday. So here's a look here. The universal base rate will remain 10% for goods from countries with which the U.S. has a trade surplus. The base will be 15% when a trade deficit is involved. Millions of people with student loans who signed up for a Biden-era repayment plan will start seeing interest accrue to their accounts starting today, this August 1st. Payments have been paused and balances have been frozen since last summer because of legal challenges. According to one analysis, the change could result in an additional $300 in monthly costs for the typical borrower. Big change.
Big news for the Padres this morning. The team landed a blockbuster trade deal that they hope will help their postseason chances. The big deal of the day had 4 Padres being sent to the minor leaguers, including #1 team prospect Leo DeVries. So we're going to miss him. He's headed to the Oakland A's, but we get fireball closer Mason Miller. The Padres are also getting left-handers J.P. Sears and Nestor Cortez, catcher Freddie Furman, infielder Will Wagner, first baseman Ryan O'Hearn, and outfielder Ramon Laureano. Here's Padres general manager A.J. Preller.
We're a pretty good team. I think we're starting to see that here over the last, 4 or 5 games with the Cardinals and Mets series. So I think we've taken a team that's I think, in position to play in the playoffs, and a very good team, and hopefully rounded it out and given Schulte and the coaching staff an opportunity to do their thing. I think for us, the feeling's excitement. It's kind of looking forward. We feel like we made our club better. I think we're looking forward to seeing how we do here in these last 2 months of the year.
All right, so these guys could help out. Tomorrow you can watch the Padres take on the Cardinals at 6:45 p.m. on the CW San Diego. Coming up later this hour, we'll have the code word to win Padres tickets. Yeah, Mason Miller, he can throw on average 101.1 miles per hour. He's topped out at 104 miles per hour.
Okay, that's going to be fun to see.
That's an arm.
It'll be fun to watch.
Yeah, exactly.
Like maybe starting today, right?
Yeah,
As quick as that.
tonight maybe.
Right, like we were saying, could be today. We are gearing up for that game at 6:40. Temperatures are going to be right around average this afternoon across areas like downtown, but what we have to keep in mind is that 6:40 first pitch is going to then take us from the 70s into the 60s. So it'll get a little cooler by the time we get past that first pitch into the 4th, 5th, 6th innings and beyond. Satellite radar right now showing that those clouds are hugging the coast. They will also be rejoining us by tonight, past sunset. So expect the resurgence of that marine layer that'll set the stage for tomorrow morning, which will likely involve another layer of clouds with us. But what we have to kind of keep in mind about this layer of clouds as well, it does keep the coastline a bit more mild and moderate as far as your temperatures go. It's starting to peel its way back with a little bit more speed, meaning that sunshine is coming around earlier, closer to 8, 9 a.m. as opposed to 10, 11, noon that at times we've had to wait for. Instead now of those clouds reaching all the way to the western slopes of the mountains, they're barely hugging our inland valleys and just mainly residing along the coast. You get east of the 15 and you're looking pretty good each afternoon in the 80s and 90s with plenty of sunshine out there. Here's a live look outside right now, or at least what the conditions look like. Here we go at in La Jolla. Sunrise 6:03, so about 7 minutes ago, but we're still gray out there. Sunset not coming until 7:47 p.m. High temperatures today. Ridge of high pressure starts to shift closer to our west coast, but across the southern U.S., we're watching for those dangerously hot temperatures. Dallas 102, Houston 105, Atlanta 103, bit of humidity there as well. Out in San Diego, though, we get the sea breeze and the cooler air. 72 in San Diego. You get out to Phoenix 107, Vegas 101 this afternoon. Vanessa checking in on our road conditions to start off our Friday. Good morning.
Good morning, Evan, and happy Friday to everyone tuning in. Let's go ahead and give you a live look outside. This is the 805 in both directions. Right side of your screen is that drive headed northbound as you pass Home Avenue and make your way towards the 15 connector. This is the 5 in both directions up near the UTC area, right at Genesee. Looks like things are flowing really nice there. We're tracking a crash on the 805 south right at the 163 connector, but that's not causing any slowing as of last check. Again, that just came in on the CAT a couple of minutes ago. And then we're getting reports of a car that went down an embankment, and that's on the 94 East, right at 28. That could slow things down for you if, let's say, you're headed in from La Mesa towards downtown, or you take the 805 and you transition onto the 94 coming in from the South Bay. Either way, if you're on the 94, that could plug things up for you this morning. All right, let's go ahead and take you back to the San Diego International Airport, where a new roadway has opened as of late last night. Speeds anywhere between 5 to 7 miles per hour, folks. It is plugged up, congested through that area. Again, people are getting used to this new roadway that's opening up, growing pains, and that could, again, add additional time as you catch your flight or even pick up a passenger from an incoming flight. We'll continue to keep you updated with these speeds and the congestion happening through that pocket throughout the morning. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at your border wait times and see what we're dealing with this morning. Close to an hour right now inbound from the San Ysidro Port of Entry. Not too bad. We've certainly seen it worse. Otay Mesa Port of Entry, you're looking at about an hour drive in.